win? Will it be Bigetron clean sweeping Rebellion, or will Rebellion force a game 3, ladies and gentlemen? Land of Dawn, here we go.
We'll see if the early game really favors the side of Rebellion, because they do have options to try and contest, but considering the crowd control and how much damage is available for the side of Bigetron, they need to be very careful not to overextend here, because the current meta just really encourages the roamers to be that much more aggressive, but BIGETRON Alpha can really punish that kind of misstep.
Let's see. I mean, taking a look at the composition, project and emblem check here. Not a lot of, nothing too significant here. Pretty standard highs though. Please do note that he will bring the Purifying. Oh my god. Top side a little bit zoning there, but it seems like now it's just all early passive. No teams want that fancy early gameplay just yet.
It's super hard, this matchup, by the way, for the Melissa, up against the Claude.
And Grok.
You usually want to go for trades, but up against the Claude, when you trade, you just give him free gold, and you can't even go for olives because the Claude can just blink away. And here you're already seeing it. Wow, Inspire early on BIGETRON, not respecting that damage, and will pay for it with a lot of his HP shredded down.
That's still a battle spell burn for the side of Rebellion, though, so I think it's not a bad situation, but you can see that the wave clear game is where Rebellion Zion is trying to shut down the movement from BIGETRON Alpha, right? Vincent, Swaylo, and Wijanarko has so much wave clear that Moreno has not left the lane at all, and this is not characteristic of a Pharsa that usually likes to abuse the wings by wings, and on the EXP lane, you might expect some aggressive play coming in from Vincent.
Well, yeah, again, you're right. Vincent will have that Demon Slayer, so signifying perhaps, oh my god, Maltine. The first blood will fall to the hands of Rebellion Zion with that proactiveness that they have in the early game. And there you go, very no cure. Not even a chance to flicker away.
Yeah, Arla doesn't do really well up against the Yu Zhong here, so BIGETRON Alpha with basically a losing lane in the XP lane and an alright lane up top in the gold. Rebellion, though, will have more pressure to play with as they already have placed their sights onto the Turtle. He looking for an opening right now. Dasking the burst down, coming in with a Feather Airstrike. That's a Phantom Execution as well. And it's Swaylo who picks up the kill on the key. Moreno somehow was able to secure the Turtle away from Rebellion Zion.
It's a tough day for the junglers in the MPL right now, man. These mid laners are stealing these neutral objectives left and right. It's a fun fact though. In his debut, SuperCan became the player with the third highest number of kills in MPL ID Season 11. So that's a huge statement on that Fanny. And now on the Fredrin, we'll see if he can have the same kind of success, the same kind of pressure on a fighter jungler.
What is this kid on, right? First game, already third highest kills. And ladies and gentlemen, take a look at Zaken here with the MLVBX Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my god, mid-side.
The airstrike once again, Moreno with a smack talk before and now with a kill onto Swaylo. Like you said, Rush, he's getting kind of personal, man.
He's getting absolutely personal. Both these teams, man, like we said, they play in a very similar playstyle. And now, it's a bit of deja vu here. At this point, I just want to see an underdog story play out. So, hedging my bets on Rebellion Zion, I do think that the dive is something that BIGETRON Alpha doesn't really have an easy solution for. It's still a 50-50, being completely honest, but Rebellion Zion already showing to be matching up a bit better in this game.
I mean, you said it yourself, Arashi. It's a deja vu, so top side, let's see the action a little bit here with Janarko and Swaylo, but no commitments just yet. Yeah, you said it yourself, deja vu, so if same like game one, BIGETRON Alpha should win.
Half deja vu, dude, not the whole way.
Half deja vu it is, so Arashi taking his words back. 20 seconds to the neutral objective here. Wow. Who will win the setup here, looking at the situation?
I think the setup game, Rebellion Zion will definitely have a bit more pressure, and they can actually dictate where the fight takes place a bit more. BIGETRON Alpha, though, if they do get all the time required to try and move around and get set up for a good team fight, I think Bear No Cure on the Arlot can absolutely pop off, because unlike game number one, there isn't a real way for Rebellion Zion to shut down Arlott that just dashes in and out left and right.
Whoa, Veer no cure with an amazing ultimate there. Vincent's taken low with a wild charge from Region Arco. Once again, that's a steal. The jungler's not having a good time, but Cars surely is with a petrify onto 2 members. Veer no cure looking for some damage, but will be forced to flicker out. Cars under the tier 2. Veer no cure down. Cars still surviving, but will finally be taken down by Super Ken. Rebellion already equalizing the gold lead here. Saken up top, looking for some damage. Wins out in the 1v1, but now with Vincent rotating up top, he's got to be careful, man. He doesn't have to go away, and it's just a proper disengage from Saken.
The Yuzong passive, man, that was brilliant. But top side, oh my god, Vincent making a move on towards Saken here. Nothing much just yet, though, but take a look at the gold shift here, Arashi. It's back to equilibrium.
It's a very even back and forth, which makes things very scary. But Ouija, as you can see, abusing the crowd control immunity, this is something that he can keep doing to try and get some intel, get some control. So the Kufra pick from Key needs to be a bit more creative with the approach. And speaking of that, they're going silent, going dark, but they won't be able to find that kill. So both teams right here just standing dead even, waiting for the next team fight.
Again, both teams trying to find a play, and Argo.
Oh my god, everything in the kitchen sink thrown at Region Arco. They try their best to give the kill over to Saken, but Super Ken gets it in the end, I think with his bloody retribution there. BIGETRON Alpha now looking to capitalize on the fact over to the top side. Super Ken already zoning Cars and Sway low away, jumps back in, gets caught in the petrify, doesn't have the Praise's Wrap, but will be able to pop it just in time to get a little bit of HP. Vincent now jumping in with Phantom Execution, but Saken with the turret take will mean that BIGETRON Alpha will come out of this one with the better trade by far.
They've equalized. I mean, Region Arco bit of a bit more than he can chew right there. He can go for those crowd control immune plays, but he needs to make sure that his team is in the area in case BIGETRON commit on him regardless. But unless that happens, he can bully Key away just like this. But Saken is there to try and provide a bit more threat, and the rest of the team is too. Region Arco needs to be a bit careful here. Oh.
Key.
Applause from Key.
He's clapping his hands. He's like, Region Arco's been doing really good this game. That wow, perfectly timed there. Region Arco with a 2-man wild charge, but will be caught on the top right now. Saken is able to free hit for a bit. Cars now with a defensive Furious Dive, trying to disengage, but will be knocked up as that's going to be the blazing duet to the back line. Saken with the Inspire, still dealing out a lot of damage. Now Region Arco taken down by Moreno as BIGETRON Alpha find the better team fight, but will lose out on that turtle take.
A very, again, quite even exchange there, Arashi. BIGETRON Alpha, you're right, wins that team fight, but now, item-wise, is something significant. I mean, Claude now getting that EHS early, so moving on towards that golden staff next.
A key factor here is the fact that Veer no cure has went for the Dominance Ice first. He knows that he's in a quote-unquote losing lane. He wants to mitigate the regeneration coming in from Cars, but Cars is also 2 and 4, so he's been taking a lot of sacrifices for the good of the team. And you have to question that if the Yuzong isn't doing well, isn't on curve at least, can he still threaten the backline of BIGETRON Alpha? Because otherwise, there's a chance they can just burst him down.
For the airstrike, taking Sway low, very low. Super Ken still being that frontliner, jumping back in with a dash. That might have been a mistake, and that is. Sway low picks up the kill for nothing. Key now with a bouncing ball, trying to disengage right now as Key pops into Tower's Revenge to get out. That's Saken coming back in. Sway low going to be taken down right now as Saken pops in to go away. Region Arco look for a re-engage. The Petrify is there, but the go away is massive, and it disengages for BTR. Mid lane for Jungler, who takes it. Key with the Tower's Revenge, popping it up. He wants to look for a play, but will not be able to get as Veer no cure jumps in. Now Saken going to be able to actually escape for a bit. Vincent outplayed in the tier 1 turret.
My goodness, Rebellion Zion. Oh,
no way.
Almost. But take a look at Region Arco here, still moving aggressively. BIGETRON Alpha, what a reaction. They aren't really there for the fight, but when Rebellion commits on towards the mid side, BIGETRON Alpha, their informants came through, and now it's still, again, a dead even match.
Now you have the question in the late game, the range coming in from BIGETRON Alpha is going to be absolutely massive for deciding who actually comes out on top. But Rebellion Zion is the team with a lot more dynamic engages, except for Key, right? Key is the main exception here. So I think it's going to be really, really even. And it all comes down to the execution here. So it's going to be a very exciting game all the way through. but of course, I think BIGETRON Alpha will be able to dictate a bit more fights, especially once the 10 to 11 minute starts rolling through.
See here again, it's resetting. Will they commit on towards the Lord here? 4 members, 5v5.
Let's see. I think it's a 4v5 for now, but that's going to be the Tyrant's Revenge connecting on the Region Arco. A lot of stuns posted, but the wall charge finds 3. Saken still free, hitting in the back line, and that's the Blazing Duet, dealing a whole lot of damage. Super Ken taken down, and Highs gets out with a BMI. Bottom lane, that's a tier 2 taken down. Swalo taking a whole lot of damage, and Moreno jumps back in. Swalo taken down by Moreno. Fear No Cure looking for an opening, looking to reset the Lord, does it successfully. 2 for 1, still in favor of Rebellion Zion, but it's a 2 for 2 just like that in the mid lane. Vincent and Highs looking for it, gets stunned up right now, and it is Vincent who secures it. Disengages in the fight, knowing that they have found the better trade.
BIGETRON Alpha, they won that trade in what sense? In the team fight sense, right? But take a look at Rebellion, realizing that no junglers, no retribution in hand, they will claim the Lord. With that lead now, Rebellion Zion, let's see what can they achieve with this Lord push, Arashi.
They might be able to get a few more turrets here if they play their cards, but with Jaguzin 1v2, he is juking left and right, It won't be enough though. Gets taken out as the Lord spawns right here. Rebellion, man, they have a chance here because they do have pressure and engage tools, but against the far side, it's going to be so difficult, and the fight breaks out again!
There we go, that's a redemption. Key finds 2, but Swalo is still somehow able to escape. Fear No Cure with a disengage right now as he jumps back in onto the cards. The BMI from Highs, now chasing Fear No Cure down. The Petrify and the Furious die, but what? Fear is still able to survive! My goodness, it's the Arlet getting a massive play on Cars.
It's the Festival of Blood, Arashi. The Spellvamp is there to save the day for Fear No Cure's day. And now with that in mind, with 2 members down, it's gonna be a defense from side of BIGETRON Alpha. Arashi, what can you see?
Well, they're gonna go for the side lane, so that's still a good victory for Rebellion per se. I mean, the gold lead also reflects that. But honestly, with the Lord, right, they seem to be just so overeager to prove that they're better than BIGETRON Alpha. They keep going for these big fights, trying to prove themselves, it seems like. Whereas, I don't know, against BIGETRON, maybe the idea is to slow down a bit because this is where BIGETRON Alpha excels, right? Even though they don't win out in the direct mechanical exchanges, they just put themselves up, set themselves up to get successful trades later on. The longer the game goes, right, like even the trade in the Lord, it was beneficial for Rebellion Zion for now with the low death timers. But if it goes down to 20 minutes, like in game number 1, it's going to be a huge mistake that BIGETRON Alpha can take advantage of.
See, again, Rebellion here. Minute to the next Lord, the enhanced Lord. Rebellion Zion, they are now leading the fight, and seems like concealed play.
Whoa, massive fight. The wild charge connects. Saken with the go away. Hitting them down right now. He's able to free him with the Inspire. Region Arco taken low. Card's going to be able to disengage for now, but Moreno is down. Tyrant's Revenge onto Region Arco as Veer looks for some damage, but won't be able to find the stun at all for the resets.
Wow.
That's why the Grok is so good against the Arlet.
The flicker wild charge play was massive, and Moreno was the right target as well. Does not have enough time to use the flicker away as well, and there you go, 5v4. But if you're looking at the grand scheme of things, no real objectives on the board, so BIGETRON Alpha can quickly reset.
Rebellion were able to get the mid lane first turret though finally, but it took so much effort, and you have to wonder now, that play took I think, a Petrify, a Flicker, and about 3 ultimates, and yet that's all they were able to get, 1 pickoff and 1 turret. So I do think that at this point, BIGETRON Alpha are the ones who can just like play by default, right? And just try and react to Rebellion Zion. Rebellion are the ones that have to try and get something massive, right? It's a big play, a pickoff onto Saken, because as we mentioned, when Super Ken isn't the one in the driver's seat, Saken has stepped up, and he is the one that's just doing a lot of crazy plays in game number 2.
Please do note that Golden Staff has been secured by Saken here. Oh, an engage.
That's a lot onto the frontliner. Good dodge from Super Ken right now as Fear No Cure jumps back in with that Arlet. Not able to find anyone on the CC just yet. Rebellion still holding on to that 2.3 thousand gold lead with better mid control now. They'll certainly have more pressure again around the Lord, but it's just a Lord dance. Again, resetted by Highs.
Top side though, take a look. Rebellion Zion is low-key winning the lane minions, so perhaps BIGETRON Alpha need to equalize on that lane. Let's see though, an engage might ensue.
Good times revenge there, but will be chunked down. This is bad for Key, but the better airstrike comes in.
Oh, what a
maybe
feature.
a mistake there. Saken able to disengage. Bruno Cure baited out. 1 HP. Vincent looking for the engage, but Karsh finds Key. And Jaspier as well, falling in the back line. Rebellion looking for some damage, and Saken is going to be poked down. Forced to back away. Rebellion are back with a 2-0.
Wow, what an engage by Rebellion Zion. You must be smiling here, Rashi.
Well, you can consider the fact that the whole sequence was started off by Key going for the engage and not landing it. And we talked about this Koopa pick being so dangerous. It's such a double-edged sword. And in this game, when the fights are just so chaotic and nobody really stays in the same place for a bit too long, it's going to be very hard for Key to find that moment, at least for now.
Okay, that's BIGETRON chunked pretty low, but again, Rebellion Zion, this time they've learned from their mistakes. They got the Enhanced Lord, no real reason to overcommit here. You can see the defense already, Arashi. Winner Truncheon by Moreno.
He will need that for sure. Having a Lancelot and a Yuzong just jump at him. But talking about the Lancelot, by the way, it's not going to be a tank Lancelot. It's full damage.
Wow.
So it's good in a way because BIGETRON Alpha can punish him. But at the same time, if they misstep, Moreno and Saken, they're at, I don't know, they're in a very vulnerable spot to get dive on, especially on immobile heroes like the Farsa and the Melissa. So now with this Lord, Rebellion Zion will wait yet again for the right opportunity. And if they can keep zoning away Saken from the fights, like they did in that previous fight, and split apart BIGETRON Alpha, I think they are doing the right thing right here. But of course, once that has been shown once, like earlier, BIGETRON Alpha are the ones that have the chance to adjust and do something different.
You know, I'm quite surprised actually that the Lancelot build opted for that offensive build. 1-1-5 and not clear. Yeah, not an aggressive one, so I thought he was building tank. Let's see here the siege and as well as the defense from both teams.
Whoa, there you go. That's the conceal for the airstrike as well. Swalo forced to flicker out, and just like that, that's one member very low, forced to back away. Super Ken now jumping onto Vincent. A good zone, but it feels like, yep, it will be the base turret down below taken down. Rebellion have definitely gotten the dub here in the skirmish.
They have to try and go for those like small victories because at a 7k gold lead, they are strong, but it's also 17 minutes in the game. So BIGETRON Alpha have items and they have a lot of long range. So in the base, it's a very sketchy situation. Rebellion will have to wait for a proper Lord fight unless Vijanarko gets jumped on.
No commitments just yet, it seems like here. 7,500 gold lead, but at this point, we are now already reaching almost towards that full item from both teams. So yeah, we'll see here. Rebellion Zion still with the full control here. Base turret bot side has been taken down. BIGETRON Alpha, they need to find some sort of a compensation here.
And look at the damage dealt. And Swalo being on top right there, it does mean like he's matching Moreno in the poke department, stealing away the feather airstrike. But at the same time, if the fighting gets messy, there's a chance that Saken can get absolutely bursted down by a late game Valentina. We've seen it happen before. It can absolutely happen again, especially because River and Zion, they're waiting for the Purple Buff to make a move.
All right, BIGETRON going to the front of it all for the airstrike right there to zone Saken away, but it's going to be a kill over to BIGETRON Alpha. Onto the roamer. BIGETRON is down. 16 seconds for the Lord. That's going to be the Evolved Lord, man. Rebellion Zion won't have their roamer for a bit. This might be BIGETRON Alpha's ticket back to the game.
Also, I do want to note that Lancelot's damage earlier, it was quite low. 28,000, around 30,000 at this point.
It's by going damage.
By building damage, I don't know. I might as well just build a tank right at this point. So let's see. 5v4, will they be able to exploit this one?
They're forcing it. Rebellion Zion now looking for an opening. BIGETRON is back up, but he has to walk all the way. He, with the Tyrant's Revenge, going to be able to connect onto Karl, but he is in Black Dragon form. Now, they're going, still waiting, playing it very patiently. Rebellion Zion have recovered from that. BIGETRON is now back in. Key and Super Ken are half HP. Key with the Tyrant's Revenge once again, now charging in. BIGETRON going to be able to spot him right now, as that's going to be Beer No Cure jumping back. Wild charge popped in, that's no CC left. That's BIGETRON down, and Key finds the stun. It's going to be Super Ken who finds it. Now with the retribution, Vincent going to be taken down by Moreno, and it is a 2-for-1. What a play by BTR.
Technically 3-for-1, right? BIGETRON Alpha got the Lord as well, and let's see here now. Rebellion Zion on the defense. Take a look at the replay here, Arashi.
Look at this replay. BIGETRON trying to zone as much as possible. Stops the feather airstrike, but it's not enough. he actually gets taken out, and without the main front line, BIGETRON just sprung into action, goes for the play, and I don't think I saw anybody retribution that Lord. So eventually, Super Ken was just able to secure that, and now with the range advantage, with the better airstrike, they have a chance to try and turn this game around.
Saken, wow, surviving that one.
Swirl.
Now Moreno taking low, Super Ken jumping back in, baiting that winner truncheon. Super Ken now caught. Arco has the wall charge, will not choose to go for it as the Evolved Lord has marched down up top. It's going to be the base turret taken down, I believe. It was left so long untouched. It will not find it, but the minions will. Now, they're looking for it. One more hit, Super Ken finds it. Saken now into the mid lane to be able to siege while poking Arco down. Making good use of that second skill. The range advantage is now they're pushing on that bottom lane. This is the lane they need to secure more map pressure.
It's back to an even game, ladies and gentlemen. You're now BIGETRON with the control. Can Rebellion fight back?
Wow! Saken!
Free hitting!
With an amazing go away. Key now in the fronts. No mini waves to play with, but Veer has pushed up top. Super Ken now with a knockup onto Narco. Key with a Tyrant's Revenge. They're looking for the siege. Once again, it's Saken free hitting onto the base turret. No damage from the side of Rebellion Zion just yet onto the members. Narco still holding onto the wild charge. BIGETRON Alpha still wants to play with it. Vincent is down to conceal now by Ouija! But a winner truncheon by Moreno! It's going to be the knock-up on the two members, but Saken's still going to be able to free hit in the back line. Now Hyze is blazing too wet, but it's going to be the damage coming in. Moreno still has the immortality, and Hyze is forced to pop the BMI. Cars in the midst of it all. Saken with the go-away with wall to Cars. Now it's Hyze who's doing it, who's dealing damage. Key is 1 HP, and he's still able to escape. Now Veer jumping in with the stun. Hyze with the damage and the winner nature. But it's not going to be enough. Super Ken with a knock-up. Sway low taken low. Veer no Q with the stun, but he doesn't have the reset just yet. Sway low, 1v2. Now looking for the damage. Able to outplay for a bit, but Veer finds the immortality. Vincent responding with an airstrike will be able to seal the deal. What a game!
What a series, what a game! It's still here, BIGETRON Alpha and Rebellion Zion. Arashi, talk me through it. What happened earlier?
This is a constant back and forth. Rebellion Zion, they know they have to go for a make or break play unless they get poked down. So Narco engages, but BIGETRON were kiting back, but they let Hyze slip through. He does a lot of damage to Moreno, and while they have their attention drawn away by everyone else, Cars was able to survive for so long, do so much damage, knock up so many people, and they were so low. And by the skin of their teeth, Rebellion Zion were able to equalize, but that was way too close. They still have, BIGETRON still has the turret advantage right here, but seeing how that fight went through, this is anyone's game right here.
I mean, talk about the battles of the mid-tables right here, Miracle. BIGETRON and Rebellion. Oh, very close between these two teams. And let's see here. Will it be BIGETRON clinching the clean sweep or Rebellion? Let's see. Game 3 or not?
Hyze on the top side though, so this is a window that BIGETRON Alpha can absolutely abuse right here. They're going for it.
Arco poked down. That's the Melissa late game damage, but the airstrike to zone Vincent away as they have micromanaged these waves. Top lane, Hyze tried his best to try to make a slow push, but with super minions, it's always going to be pushing over towards Rebellion Zion. Arco now opening it up once again. Saken has the go away, needs to position very carefully here. Key missing the Tyrant's Revenge once again. Pure no cure, trying to look for an angle to flank. Saken needs to wait for the cooldown once again on that second skill. Rebellion Zion have taken control of that mid lane river bush. They're opening up the map once again. They're trying to just look for an opening here. But both teams are doing it really well. Veer no cure gets the stun down, won't decide to go in. Veer is low, has to pop the regen, and the Lord gets resetted once again, Connie.
Goodness me, Rebellion and BIGETRON Alpha, they're just trading punches at this point. 23 minutes game time now. Arashi, what can you see? Top side though, favoring BIGETRON Alpha. Will Rebellion Zion recover from that?
BIGETRON can just keep doing this again and again, reset it, bait for a very advantageous fight. Unless they see a very certain victory, they have no issue letting the top wave shove again and again, and this is the value of taking out your opponent's base turrets. Rebellion is stuck dealing with that again and again, and now this is another window where BIGETRON Alpha can go for the Lord or punish the members of Rebellion Zion that are still in the area just in case the seal has been popped.
There you go. Key has gone better position. Arco caught all alone. Has the power of nature. Top lane gonna be micromanaged there. Hyze gonna be caught. That's not Hyze, that's Cars. But Narco will lose a whole lot of HP. Moreno with a Predator airstrike, but will not have it now. Top lane is still slow pushing. Rebellion needs to make a decision. It's fight or flight. BIGETRON Alpha are forcing it. Car jumps in with a petrify. Finds Socket to go away. He's ready. Socket is down. And just like that, Super Ken is taken really low. Hive picks up the kill. And Vincent in the back line will fall as well. Top lane all open right now, but Rebellion Zion will be able to secure the Evolved Lord in the 24th minute.
The Blue Bulls right back here in game 2, and the Red Robots now look lost. Taking a look at the Lord now, it's Evolved. Can they end the game here, Rashi?
40 seconds on Saken. There's a window here that Rebellion can abuse. It's still 5 men all alive in the Land of Dawn, but the waves are really not in their favor. They can get one, but later on with this Lord, they still have to go for a final 5v5, and it's easier said than done. They used so many resources in that last fight, and you can bet that Saken is going to be so much more prepared for a dive in the next final fight. The base is open right now. Rebellion Zion, they go for it.
Yeah, the mini waves are crashing in. High's now jumping in as well. Looking at the base, everybody's tunnel vision,
GG.
and Rebellion will equalize in game number 2.
Let's see. Welcome to game 3. The Blue Bulls equalizes in game 2. And take a look at Chico already smiling, focused on towards the next. And my goodness, what a game it was. Game 2. Just again, trading punches, but at the end of the day, it was BIGETRON not able to win the clean sweep. Arashi, I gotta ask you, the man of the hour here. Remember, it was only Arashi voted Rebellion. The solo Rebellion. He believed the Blue Bulls. He likes.
Sometimes you just gotta have faith, man. Rebellion, they